Welcome to the Books and Martinis podcast.
I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy.
And this is your go-to book podcast,
where we lift, empower, and spotlight authors.
Grab your martini and follow along.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
I'm Mercy. Welcome, everybody. And welcome, Iris. Iris, welcome to our podcast.
Welcome, Iris.
How are you?
Cheers. Welcome to the Books and Martinis podcast.
I love it. I love it. Cheers, cheers.
Salute. Well, guys, on the screen, in your ears, is Iris Kayan, the author of When the Mask Slips. We're so excited to have you today. And she's coming all the way from Prague, guys.
Yes.
Prague.
Yes. I love it. I love it. So we're on the East Coast of the United States, where it is now 4:45 p.m. What time is it where you're at?
Me?
Yes.
Prague, and it's 10:44 p.m.
Look at that.
Wow.
I love this. I love it. So, where do we start? Iris, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Iris. I was born in Hong Kong, and then I moved to England when I was 8. And then I moved to the Czech Republic when I was, I think, 22. I don't remember. It's been a while. And yeah, what else should I tell you about myself?
Well, since we're going there, how about I start asking you questions about you? Because I heard that you had something published for the National Geographic.
What?
Is that accurate?
Yes.
What?
Share.
Oh, snap.
It was a ghostwriting project that I landed kind of by accident. I was posting on Facebook. I was responding to Upworthy. Maybe you know, is a pretty huge US website.
Yeah.
They were asking for a story about a special teacher that changed your life. So I just responded to something's Facebook post, didn't think much of it. And then somebody contacted me saying, hey, can we feature your story in our book? We're making a book out of people's kind of uplifting humanity kind of stories. And I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. But I am a writer, so I was like, no way. They must have their own writers. They must. But I was like, well, you don't lose anything by asking, right? So I was like, do you mind if I wrote mine myself? And they were like, yeah, sure. Like, I did not expect that. But yeah, they said yes. So I sent them that one, and they were like, oh, the editor loved it, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, could I write some more for you guys? And so they basically accepted me onto the kind of team of writers for that book project. It was for a couple of months. And so I just interviewed like people and like wrote up their stories for their book. So I'm in the acknowledgement at the back.
What's the name of the book?
Fantastic.
Good People, Stories from the Best of Humanity.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it starts with Upworthy, because they are the ones who.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Iris,
That's great. Well, congrats. And then I know you have When the Mask Slips, which has the hot detective, Lynx Wu.
Detective Wu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who I know, Iris, you would love to hang out with all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have When the Gold Weeps.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say that I have this gut feeling that this is supposed to be a trilogy, but there's only 2. Am I right or wrong?
Like a series. I planned for it to be a series. So more than a trilogy. There should be more books.
Okay, even better. And then I also noticed that you have different covers. And I know you were an artist back in the day. So you can, aside from writing, you can also draw.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your process as an author and why you're changing covers. What's happening with the covers? Share that.
Oh gosh. Well, everyone says you should commission covers, right? They can like find a proper artist, get a professional look for it, all that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hire an artist for my first books, right? Unfortunately, I don't have that much money, so I'm like, okay, let's look for an affordable artist. Unfortunately, affordable artists are hard to come by who are also genre specialists. So the one that I commissioned the first time, the books you're holding, Mercy, are basically from a regular fantasy artist, like cover artist, and she was a dream to work with. She was beautiful, brilliant, and I love the covers, but they were not so on point for the genre of urban fantasy.
Mm.
And I wasn't really thinking at the time. I think a lot of authors do this. You know your book, you know the significance of the elements you're putting on the covers, but your readers don't.
Yeah.
So they have a very different association with what they see, right? So
Right.
when I see the mask on the book, I know what it means. I know it's the mask that the magic thief wears, and it's her signature, and it's how Detective Lynx Wu recognizes her. So that's why it's an important element. Unfortunately, for readers who don't know the book, they probably see a masquerade mask and think, oh, sex and ballrooms. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Uh,
when I first saw the mask, I thought, oh, masquerade ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There
Yeah.
is no masquerade ball in this book. So it's kind of misleading. I realized it wasn't quite selling the book to the right readers for that reason.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, let's change the cover. When the Gold Weeps had the same problem, to be honest, my villain in that book didn't even wear a mask. But
There's no gold mask.
but there is no gold mask. There are gold statues. Cops get turned to statues, but not a gold mask.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to represent the villain whose code name was Midas, right? So the
Mhm.
gold, that it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I went for this Guy Fawkes kind of mask, for the villain. Unfortunately, probably most readers who see that immediately think of political thrillers,
Mm.
or like vigilantes, And again, that's not the book. So it's a clash between what I know versus how the readership might perceive it, and based on that expect like what kind of story. So I thought, okay, to do my books justice, I better change covers to align better to the genre. This can go on. Should I carry on?
Yes.
Oh,
Go
no.
on.
We're very interested. I'm
Yeah.
now wondering the artwork that you have, is that your final artwork, or do you feel that you're still trying to find the voice through the art?
The you mean the new covers?
New covers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you married to those? Are those it? Or are you still a work in
I
progress?
really hope so. I've spent a week on them, so really, really hope so. Yes. So anyway, basically some slightly more experienced indie authors in the genre looked at my cover and they were like, "Okay, this doesn't really sell urban fantasy. You need like a motto on it. You need like a moon, some magic, like the dynamic pose, like these kind of staples, like a city skyline." And it was good advice. It was fine. And to kind of represent the indie space, like urban fantasy in indie, and not
Okay.
to be mixed up with the traditional publishing side because they have very different covers. Because usually people say, indie readers read indie books, and the people who are after traditional publishing, they read traditionally published books. They don't mix as much, or at least that's what I heard. I have
Okay.
never verified this. I wouldn't know how to verify this anyway. Hence, I went for this. And this time I no longer have the money to hire a designer. So what I did was I designed it myself on
Beautiful.
Canva
Well, you
Pro.
have the talent. You have the
Thank you.
talent. So
You could
I
be
mean,
hired to
Oh, thank
create
you.
art. I love it.
Yeah, so this was done with Canva Pro and some iStock photos I found.
mhm.
Okay.
And then I basically, for the final kind of render, I did send it to my original artist just to kind of smooth it out and make it all pretty and stuff, which was a lot cheaper. And it worked in a way because um the books with the original covers, I entered into this free promo for urban fantasy, and I remember back then I had like 200 downloads,
Mhm.
which is kind of low for a free book because I know what other authors were getting, which is much more. And
Yeah.
then when I entered this one with this new detective cover into the same event, actually, just later in the year, and this time it got like 800 downloads.
Oh, wow.
So you can really see the difference when you have the cover
The right
sort
cover.
of right?
Mhm.
Now, the reason why I changed it again, despite I guess this success, is that it doesn't really reflect the book. Still. Because I was trying so hard to follow the good advice, and I do believe the advice was good.
Yeah.
To copy the indie space covers for the genre, it makes sense. But whenever I've looked at what like urban fantasy is like on Amazon, like when I read the blurbs, looked at the covers, even when I looked at like male detective urban fantasy, none of them sounded like my book. Literally
Okay.
none of them. They all had like mythology, which I don't have. They're
Right.
all kind of fairly sarcastic, very kind of humor first. At least in the blurb, it felt that way.
Mhm.
And mine isn't. Mine is kind of dark and kind of gritty and more grounded. So yeah, and when people see this cover, yes, I love him too. He is very hot.
Yes.
Um, but it's kind of more James Bond-esque.
Feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
definitely.
and I got feedback that basically hot Asian man in a tux with a gun, yeah, romance.
That's
Right.
why you got 800 downloads.
Quite possibly, yes. So, and I'm like, yes, there is a romantic subplot in this, but it's not primarily a
A
romance.
romance. Right.
And I think a heavy romance reader may be disappointed. Like if you were really reading it for the romance, that may not hit the right buttons for you because it's really
Mhm.
more of
Right.
a crime, morally complex intrigue that has the romance in it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so then I decided, okay, let's change the covers again. And this time I'm not even buying stock photos. I'm going for free stock only.
Good for
Um,
you.
and I'm probably not sending it to any artists. I'm just doing it on Critter. It's a drawing software, it's open source, so it's
Mhm.
free. You can just download it. So I've been doing it through that. And this time I'm like, I don't remember where I got this idea from, but I decided to maybe emulate the traditional published books instead of the indie space against
Mhm.
the advice I've been given.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I don't remember what my logic was to that anymore.
Well, it's very like James
The third one.
Patterson-esque, the covers, because
Hmm.
it's the bold lettering, and then you
Right.
have something in the back that like gives a hint to what's going on in the
Hmm.
world
Right.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
built. And his books are very much like the text on the front,
Right.
Yes.
some of
And
them.
Yes.
and yeah, and it's a lot of crime, which
Hmm.
is where
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
at, the
exactly.
detective
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
crime. So I know
Hmm.
that you love crime and thrillers.
Yeah.
What inspired you to write a fantasy? I know
Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
thrilling and the crime, but what inspired you to go with the fantasy route?
Hmm.
Well, I was actually always writing fantasy when I was younger. And I actually moved into this urban fantasy one from writing a high fantasy book first. That one was
Okay.
like my first ever novel that took me 12 years and is still terrible. Uh,
Oh,
and
stop.
so and so and so I got tired of the genre because it's been 12 years. So actually when I moved to Detective Lynx, I was actually trying for contemporary at the time.
Hmm.
Within about the first chapter, I was like, no, this is boring. I got to put some magic in it.
Okay.
And thus urban fantasy was born.
I
All
love it.
Yeah.
right.
Love it. So why Detective Wu? Why him? Like why is
Why
the series
him?
named
Why do we
after
love him
him?
so much and why is he
Yes.
so hot?
Oh gosh, I don't.
Who inspired him?
Oh, I'm not sure.
He was just
Um,
somewhere in your mind, somewhere in the back of your mind, and he was just born.
well, the name Lynx I had for a long time. I just didn't have a story or really like a concrete character for the name. But I always had a vibe of the name. I knew I liked it and I wanted something. And then remember, I wanted to write a contemporary crime initially,
Right.
but I wanted to keep the name Lynx because I really liked it. And
Right.
I was like, well, who the hell's going to call their son Lynx? It's like nobody, for
You
contemporary.
never
For
know. We
fantasy, you
have
can get away with it.
people out in the world with numbers for names.
Oh my gosh. That's
All
true. I
kinds of
actually
stuff.
know someone like that. But anyway, in general, it's not such a believable name for contemporary, especially contemporary crime or thriller.
Mhm.
Um, hold on a second. Oh, hi, baby.
Aw.
Wait, mute. Hi, hug, hug. Shh.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
how
he's
sweet.
beautiful.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
Oh,
Is
he's
my
so
What's
boob
his
gonna
cute.
be
name?
on camera?
Oh,
Because he
he's so
probably
cute.
What's his name?
wants my boob.
Aw,
Theo.
Theo, what
Theo.
a
Hi,
beautiful
Yeah.
name.
Theo.
Daddy calls him Teddy.
He can't
Hi,
hear you because she
Theo.
has
He
headset.
can.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
okay.
he's beautiful.
He
Hi.
is so cute. Yeah. Sorry, it's like 11, so he's way past his bedtime. It's because he had a really long nap. He wouldn't
Oh,
sleep
No.
earlier. Yeah.
oh. Well, you can keep
Anyway.
rocking him and I'll keep asking you questions if you're good with
Okay.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was halfway through something about the name
Lynx.
Lynx. Like we
Lynx.
don't. Who names their kid Lynx?
Right.
Right, yes. And that's why I made him Chinese.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, I get it.
because because from coming from Hong Kong, I know Chinese people often choose their own English names.
Mhm.
Like not always, sometimes the parents give it to you, but
Right.
also just as often you choose your own name, and sometimes you choose some pretty random names.
Right. So anything is possible.
Anything is possible, yes. I
I
mean, I
love
chose
that.
my name. Uh, Thankfully, I like to tell people I chose it at the back of the dictionary, which is actually true. There was a list of names at the back of the dictionary, but it's more fun just to say the dictionary.
Oh, you're funny. I love that. And Iris, from the minute that you got the idea
Yeah.
of your book, right? To like you actually got the idea, had the inspiration, and started writing to the moment that you finished your first book, how long of a period of time was that?
For links, I think
Hmm.
it was like, let's say 8 months if you include editing. But then I was lucky, I did it during COVID, so I had time.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So that worked.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And you use
Good.
a professional editor or you edit it yourself?
It's self-edited because this book I originally went for traditional publishing first. So I
Hmm.
was querying it. I already knew from feedback from agents that is fine, more or less.
Yeah.
I'm sure every book could do with more editing, but
Sure.
it was a high quality, and I have a really good critique partner who
Hmm.
goes through it as well. So I kind of trust her feedback on this. Yeah, yeah. So I do it
Okay.
myself.
Beautiful. And in this whole process, what do you feel has been what would you want to share with other writers? What advice from what you've learned through the whole journey of writing, publishing, dealing with covers, dealing with the different aspects of an indie
Hmm.
versus versus everything else that's out there because there's so many different choices nowadays. What is it? What advice would you give other writers or aspiring
Oh.
authors?
Um, Probably put yourself out there, like take that chance, send that query, give self-publishing a go, like just have a go at everything, like I guess. Like I got that National Geographic opportunity because I made a point to ask.
Hmm.
I
Right.
expected a no. I fully expected a no, but I was like, who cares? Let's just send that email,
Yeah.
right? And when you've had some responses, also through querying, when I queried a book, I sent like over 250 queries. Like
Wow.
it's a lot of rejections I received.
Right.
Um, but also I received, some positive responses, personalized rejections. I was able to pitch to a Penguin editor who gave me like a glowing personalized rejection. That one made me cry. But
Oh,
it was
Oh,
it was very positive. Um, but then when you've had feedback like this, it really builds your confidence.
yeah.
Like you trust yourself as a writer more because you're like, yeah, I've done it kind of.
Hmm.
Um,
yes.
and that's kind of quite valuable because you get so much self-doubt when you write.
Yeah.
And you never know what opportunities you might get just by sending it out there.
Yeah. If you don't ask, you don't get. So I
Yeah,
Right.
mean, you got to
basically.
try.
Yeah, yeah.
And right now, the two books that you have out that our
Yeah.
listeners can get are When the Mask Slips and When the Gold Weeps. We know that it's going
Yes.
to be an ongoing series. When can we expect the third one?
The third one I am in the middle of writing. There's actually one more. It's a short story.
Closer. Mercy, don't you have that too?
Closer.
You
Yes,
might.
I do, with a
Yeah.
different cover.
Yeah, with a different cover. It's getting a different one as well, like a third new cover.
I love it.
Oh, funny. This was
Yeah.
excellent, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So your third one is halfway done, And is there
Mhm.
anything you want to tell your listeners
About my third book, you mean?
Yeah.
or about anything in general? About your books?
Uh,
Yes, about what to expect, why to read your books if they haven't already.
like I want them primarily to be fun, but they also kind of, I want to say deep. It sounds really pretentious that I'm calling my books that, but um, I really like kind of morally complex characters. I like these like gray areas. Like I really like the film The Dark Knight, for example, like
Right.
asking, is the city worth saving? Is humanity inherently evil? Are they capable of good? Like these, or like Arcane, I love that show. Like, is
Yeah.
a monster ever forgivable? Can they be redeemed? Like I love these kind of questions. And my books kind of deal with that
Hmm.
moral grayness.
Hmm.
So yeah, read my books. Um, and the third one is gonna have an alternate universe in it, where
Oh,
Ooh.
Detective Lynx
cool.
Wu explores what life he would have had if he hadn't been a detective.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and obviously
So
there's a crime involved.
is he quantum leaping? Is that what's happening in the third book?
There's gonna be someone who has magic that can send you to like an alternate universe, and that person's doing it for some other motive. They want to heal the sick. They want to find something that gets rid of sickness in
Mm.
Okay.
general. And my detective Lynx Wu is essentially the MacGuffin, the the person that has that kind of magic that the villain could potentially use.
Yeah.
So the whole story is kind of about that because he has restoration magic that can technically heal. So is it his duty to, as his responsibility to heal, to be a
Hmm.
doctor, to give up his life for that, or is he allowed to choose?
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, I love that. I cannot wait. Oh, that's fantastic. So we're going to share all of your information, including the books that are out now and where they can find them. We're going to put on here exactly where they can find more information about you. Do you have, aside from your Instagram page, which we all follow and love, a website where they can find you as
I
well?
actually do have a website. It's just my name, iriskayan.com.
Oh,
Love
beautiful.
it.
Okay. Sweet and
Yeah.
simple. I
And
love it.
I have the audiobook coming out, actually. The When
You
the
Oh,
Mask
good.
Slips.
do.
Yeah.
Good.
The files are all ready. I just have to upload it. Is why I was redesigning the covers,
Okay.
in time for that. And that was such a lucky thing. I found it was a reader who offered to record my book. Um, yeah, I could give her name, Cass Parrish. I found
Wow.
her through
That.
Book Siren, actually.
Yeah.
So again, putting yourself out there. I paid the $10, however much it was for Book Siren, and she
Hmm.
was one of like two readers who actually read it, and she absolutely loved it. And then when I was asking her about recording, because I was ready to narrate it myself, because I cannot
Hmm.
afford a VA, she was
Right.
like, "Oh, I would record it." I was like, "You're kidding?" Because she's a professional VA.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
then she
Sure.
roped in her friends who were also like VAs to record it. So I technically have three voices coming. There's Lynx and Sutra. They're getting
Wow.
their own voices. And book two, they're in the middle of recording, and I'm getting a voice for the brother as well. And
Well,
they're
congratulations.
doing this as a favor to me because they love the books,
Oh my
That's
which I
gosh.
cannot believe.
wonderful.
So what
Yeah.
is Book Siren? What is Book Siren? Why don't you tell our listeners what it is?
That's like an ARC reader platform. You put your books on it to
Hmm.
look for advanced reader copy readers, ARC
Okay.
readers. Yeah, so you give away it for free and they leave you a review.
Yes,
Love
which
it.
I noticed that in Closer, you have it in the back, and then there's QR codes where
Uh-huh.
you can go and see all the reviews, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. That's thanks to my husband, the IT tech.
Yes, that was very cool. I love that. This has been fantastic, and I see
Yeah.
somebody is requesting your full attention, and it is
Yeah.
late where you're at, so we appreciate that you took the time to share with us. But I think that Theo is priority right now. So we will let everybody know all about the great books that you have. If there's anything else you want to share with our readers, just let us know, and we'll share it on your behalf.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing I can think of now. So.
Just read your books.
Yes, read my books.
Read the book.
Read my books.
Absolutely.
I love
They're
it.
good, even if I do say so myself.
Well,
Absolutely.
you've been so much fun, Iris. Thank you for being our guest today. You guys, make sure you follow her on Instagram. Check out her website, iriskayan.com. Download her books, When the Mask Slips. All
Yes,
of her
99
books,
cents.
99 cents, guys.
I love
Check
that.
out her books right
Perfect.
now and support. Make sure you like, share, follow, subscribe. One last toast.
Yes.
Cheers.
One last toast.
Theo's in your hands. So we can.
Theo, have a wonderful night. I hope you go to sleep soon, sweetie.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. He will.
All right, Iris.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you so much. Have a wonderful night. Bye,
Yes,
everybody.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.